Hi. So today, again, we would like to check our focus area, and that is South China Sea and Taiwan, right? But today, I would like to talk about a little bit also, what we in the free world have done wrong that we find ourselves now in this situation. Yeah. Before I continue, may I remind you, check your like, check your subscription, and see that if it's still valid. Yeah. And of course, you are most welcome to support us through Patreon and PayPal. Germany, I live in Germany, so it's particularly interesting, but also I think interesting for all of us. And that is, we know that in the past years, or even the past decade, one of the Western leaders who talk most, I would say, who talk most about friendship and cooperation with the CCP is actually the German Chancellor, Angela Merkel. So she looked like, in the past 3-4 years, looked like, the great friend of Xi Jinping in Europe, yeah? But that's changed too. Recently, in an interview by Associated Press, AP, Angela Merkel was saying, well, in the beginning, we were probably too naive in judging about China. Well, it's of course a very soft statement, but anyway, it's a big change in her way of talking about China, because before she only talked about cooperation. She even signed last year, by hurrying before she so to say lost her job as the president of EU Council. So she hurried up in signing this new big investment agreement between China and EU, which has been abandoned by the European Parliament. So this relatively soft statement of Chancellor Merkel is actually behind that is a sign of big change. Germany, who always focus in economic development and look at China only as a huge market, is now changing. As I used to say, the big mistake Western power has done is to base their China strategy on economic interest. Yeah? What is good for our economy, then we go for that. And I keep telling them, this is wrong. Yeah? You should also consider the universal value. Yeah? You should base your strategy towards China based on universal value. So I hope this is a sign of change in the right direction. Because anyway, Merkel is leaving the political platform or the scene because of the election. So we will have a new chancellor in Germany. But there's also another very interesting sign of change in the German policy towards China. In one of my previous episodes, I talk about the German warship first time patrolling, or actually traveling through the South China Sea and the sea near Taiwan and all the way to Japan, right? With a German frigate with the name Bavaria. Yeah. Now Germany stepped up, because from 21st of November till 30th of November, there will be a huge military or marine exercise near Philippines in the South China Sea. And interesting is, guess who or which countries are involved in this military exercise? America, Japan, Australia, Canada, and Germany. Yeah, that German frigate who went to Japan all the way, is back now to the sea near Philippines. And this time it's not just as a friendly visit to this East Asian country. No, to participate in a military exercise. This is really an important change in German policy. And Germany is a very important country in Europe, you know. When Germany turns right, then probably many other countries will follow. And even they don't say it openly, but that's a fact. And so now it is, as I said, and last time, I remember in our previous episode, I mentioned about American submarine was hit by an unknown object when this submarine came close to Chinese island called Hainan, where you have a very big submarine base, Chinese submarine base, and I was saying that I was speculating in a way, but not just like this, on facts, because why it happened there? Because that is an area very close to a waterway between Taiwan and Philippines. That is an extremely important waterway for Chinese submarine to pass through, to be able to pass through, and then they will reach the whole big Pacific, and America will not be happy to see that. So, and these 5 countries, they are making military exercise exactly at that spot, okay? Probably to train themselves how to stop Chinese big submarine passing through, okay? So, but now, interesting is, all this meaning, we have now China under CCP ruling, which is quite aggressive and quite big and quite strong. So, in my previous episode, we have been discussing a lot about the evilness of the Chinese Communist Party, which is a fact, and we haven't spent so much time in looking into ourselves. When I say ourselves, that means we in the free world. What have we done wrong, so that we are in this situation? Now, why we so easily believe in all those lies made by the leaders of CCP? I give you an example. 2012, I think, Xi Jinping visited America and met Obama. And Obama was saying that, well, President Xi, please, don't militarize those small islands in South China Sea. And Xi Jinping said, oh yeah, sure, we will never do it. We will never do it, he said. And what happened? Today, it's only 9 years later, totally militarized. So why we are so stupid? Or are we stupid? And, many promises we believe had never come true. I mean, the recent example is they promised Hong Kong 50 years no change in the social system of Hong Kong, and after 23 years they change everything. So, and the whole world still doing nothing about it. Why? All this? Well, because we are too greedy for fame and gain, you see? And not only we, also many of Chinese people. And this is the reason why CCP managed to get so many Chinese to follow them, because they are very good in utilizing the weakness of people. The weakness, I mean, in personality. They know it's easy to manipulate a person if he's greedy for fame and gain. And the same thing with government. What is government? Government are just people. The government official, they are also people. If a president is also hungry and greedy for fame and gain, then the Chinese communists again came and promised everything to give this person fame and gain, and they will be very nice to this, as I say, the biggest mafia of the world. So we really need to look inside and ask, am I also one of those who are greedy for fame and gain and other other things, money and power and so on. If you are, then be careful. You can be someone helping CCP, supporting them without maybe you are even aware of it. Yeah? You of course you try to say that we need to develop our economy, we need the Chinese market. Yeah, well, nothing wrong with the Chinese market, but not without any condition. If the business you do with China, like that has happened in the past 30 years, from the people in Wall Street and London and Frankfurt, yeah, those big boys in the financial world, they have never considered anything like universal value. And what is universal value? Individual freedom, human rights. Yeah? All these things are much more important than those billion of contracts. You may be happy to get a contract signed, but there's no free lunch. The bill will come. If the partner you sign your contract with is someone totally ignoring human rights and ignoring individual freedom. So now they are big, they are fat, they are aggressive. They want to impose their system to us in the free world. Are you ready to live in a system where your individual freedom means nothing? You are just there to be a useful idiot, to serve those people in power. Thank you for today. Bye-bye.